Right, and what is your name, please, sir?
Dennis James Wyberg.
Right, and are you married?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Well, who am I?
A wife.
There's a knock on the kitchen door, and when the door opens, it's my wife, who should have been in Southampton. And I said, "What are you doing here?" She said, "I've spoken to the important people in our lives, and they all agree there's something wrong with you." And that's that.
Yeah. One day a guy brought 3 or 4 pieces of wood and I couldn't work out how much to charge him. Just couldn't get it all together in my head. That was what made me stop and sort of realise that something was wrong.
I don't think I was aware of it myself. I think it was probably Anne that really noticed it to start with. Good boy.
I think I first started seeing problems probably 2 or 3 years before anything was actually done about it. And mainly I think it was a question of repeating himself. Right, off we go then. To start with, you think it's just age and it's nothing at all really, and then it gets worse. You could have told him something a half an hour ago and he couldn't remember that you told him.
No, that was a bloody false. That was a false alarm. Do we know where we're going?
No. That's half the fun.
There's a big gap between identification and then actually getting in on the ground.
It's the delay, I think that's the trouble. It's the delay between the GP referring you to the memory clinic and then getting onto the system. Once you're on the system, I think it's fantastic. But that sort of anxious period where you're not quite sure what's the matter and you don't really know how to make plans for the future or what to do, that is very hard.
Of course, a big part of it is just talking to each other really, rather than doing anything else, you know. I think when I come out walking, Gail can do, you know, she'll be doing something totally different and hopefully not worrying about me. And I mean, you know, I'm aware of this, that this year, you know, I've lost quite a lot of my words, you know, my, you know, my sort of, but I think the secret is probably to keep talking.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Getting old is what I'm doing, and parts of my brain are getting older than they should do. Eventually, I'm not going to be as, what's the word? I'm not going to make sense to hardly anybody, you know. But up until the point, you know, the point when I die, I've tried hard and I've done what I can, and that's it really. Also got 6 kids, hopefully going to help look after me.